Hi everyone, it's Emaphant here and welcome back to a new speed build. So today we're building a house for 4 Sims. I built it kind of thinking about a family, so we have a master suite and then we have one other bedroom, but it has 2 beds in it. There is some space that if you wanted to convert that to have a 3rd bedroom, we have a little office on the 1st floor that could easily be converted. So yeah, I'm trying to experiment a lot with the roofing here. I forgot to tell you guys, this is actually cats and dogs only, base game and cats and dogs only. So if you only have that pack, you can still download this. Anyway, I was trying to experiment a little bit more with our new roofing. I'm so excited that we finally have these roofs, but they are a little tricky to deal with. Like you have to make some funky room shapes to actually make it work right. And I'm still kind of figuring that out, learning what works, learning how to combine them with other roofs well. I mean, roofing's always been like what I think is the hardest thing to build in Sims, so I'm trying to get better at it. I do like how it turns out. I think it's really cute and it fits really well with that kind of Cape Cod theme that came with pets, cats and dogs. So yeah, I'm just kind of playing with that, trying to get that really nice kind of colonial or Cape Cod-y roofline and shape. I think it turns out well. It was tricky though. It was definitely tricky. And I have a lot of trouble with the actual roof lines coming into the house. We'll see that in a little bit, but that was difficult. Like it kept glitching out where it would put the roof through the room, and I don't know why it like wouldn't register the room I was making on the 2nd floor as a room, but it kept messing up with that. So I don't know what's going on there. We do eventually fix it, but it was not easy to fix. You'll see me redo it like 7 times before the game actually figures out that it is a room. So yeah, we're just about finished with the whole design of the outside. Just getting some decks on there and getting the last finishing touches in terms of like the actual architecture of the house. It definitely fits with that Cape Cod kind of style of the pack. Yeah, and if you guys didn't know, which you probably didn't, but I used to live in the Boston area, so I've seen a lot of houses like this, like actually in Cape Cod. So I'm kind of modeling it off of a house that my boyfriend's family owns, actually. A lot of the interior design is based around that house. It's a little bit more traditional than I would usually go for. It still is modern, like it doesn't look terribly old, but it's a little bit more traditional than how I would usually design things. So let me know if you like that. Let me know if you like this style, if this is how you would want your house to look, or if this, like I think, is a little bit too old-fashioned for you. So yeah, here you can see I'm messing with the floor plan, trying to get it to stop glitching out. We eventually leave it and just come back to it, and we do fix it, but I have to like completely destroy that funky shaped room at the front there and like rebuild it. Literally what it is the game doesn't recognize that that's actually a closed room. Like it thinks that it's still open, where that little turret wall is. Well, how would you even describe that, you guys? Like what would you call that? The room in the front where it's like a funky shape, or section in the front where it's a funky shape, that it glitches out and thinks that it's not, it like thinks that it's still open to the outside, which is why the roof is coming in. So we do fix it, but it's very annoying. Sims team, I don't know why that happens, but if you can fix that, like I will be a happy camper because it doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, we're pretty much done with the general floor plan, and I'm about to start getting into the design here and the actual interior design. I also really wanted to use these open windows that came with pets, but I think it works, but it does end up, I don't know, it's kind of funky. It's like a funky like pass-through design, and it makes the kitchen a little harder, but I like how it looks in terms of having that like open pass-through. And that's also why, so I forgot that we had those like smaller, shorter pass-through windows like that, so I ended up making it all a wall height taller because I forgot that we had like the 1 wide windows that would be short enough and still have that kind of pass-through. So I kind of wish that I'd left it shorter. I did not think about that. Like it still works just fine, but I liked the look of having it be like a little shorter than the inside just because I think that that's more appropriate, and I liked how the windows and everything looked better when I did it that way, because it messes up like these big windows in the living room in the back here. Like I ended up having to move those taller, which I didn't really want to do, but I needed to do that for how the curtains looked. Otherwise they just looked really dumb and like floaty, like too short or something. But yeah, I don't know, you can change it back if you'd like to. It works the way it is. I also wish that we had more things base game that actually matched woods. Like it drives me nuts that I can't match that base game couch and that base game table, because they should really have matching woods. I don't know what's going on with that. It's fine. It's close enough. If it was in real life, like it wouldn't bother me because you can have so much texture in wood anyway that they're going to be a little bit of different colors anyway. But in The Sims, I can super tell, so it bothers me a little bit. I'll be fine, you guys. And I love that we have these bay window seats. I want a bay window seat so badly in my house. I don't have any bay windows in my house right now, but like long-term goals is having a bay window seat like that for sure. Like either in my like dining room space, breakfast nook space, or in my bedroom would be ideal. So we do put a lot of pet stuff in here too, obviously, since this is a cats and dogs and base game only build. I put cat stuff in and I put dog stuff in, so you could really have either or change that out if you'd like to. I wanted to make sure that you guys could have whatever pet or both kinds of pets in your game if you wanted to. But yeah, so it's very much like it could be either. And yeah, so that's the office that I was saying that if you guys wanted to change that out into a third bedroom, it would be pretty easy. And then over here by the window seat, we're going to do a little like play nook for the kids. That's where you could put a lot of your office stuff into if you wanted to switch that up. I would recommend that. And I love that little lighthouse lamp. It's so ridiculous, but it's so cute. Like who would have, I mean, I'm sure some people have a lighthouse lamp like that in their house. I've never actually seen one. I'm kind of surprised about that now, but they're so goofy and I love it. So we're getting the dining room done here. It's still a little bit not like semi-traditional, but not overly old-fashioned. I feel like it's just, it's good for family and I don't know. Yeah, it's not really my style, but I think that it fits within the style of this pack pretty nicely, considering that I'm only using this pack. Yeah, just getting some decor in here. I love having those sideboards things, like console table things, because I feel like they're so much more realistic that you need storage like that in your house. So I'd love to see some more things like that were actually like, they look like you could store things, like vases or candles, that's what I have in mind, or, other plates and like party platters or whatever, things like that you don't use every day and wouldn't be in your main kitchen, but you still want to have, or like if you do have, that would be great to see more things like that to bring a little bit more realism into the game. And our kitchen's very traditional. I personally do not like these tiles. I would never choose to have them in my house, but I think it fits with the style that we're going for, where it's a little bit more old-fashioned, a little bit more kind of like contemporary old-fashioned. Like it's not old. It's still fairly modern. This house it's not my personal style, but I think that it works very well given the pack theme. I also really wanted to use, that get to work fencing that kind of splits things up. I love using that to switch between wood and tile or like wood and carpet, because otherwise I just, in real life you have like that little wooden ledge border thing and like that's where the transition is, and it drives me a little bit nuts in Sims that there is no transition. I know that this is such a small detail and like does not matter at all, but it bothers me that there's no transition. So if you guys are also bothered by that, the get to work really, really short fencing is fantastic to add in that transition. Highly recommend. So we're getting some more stuff in our office here. It was very sad with just the computer in the corner. We get some more skill building things like the chessboard and I believe an easel in here as well. So yeah, I mean, it's still a good size that if you did want to change this into like an in-law suite or like a guest bedroom idea, because it's on the first floor, like I feel like, maybe you could make it your master, but it's a lot smaller than the bedrooms on the second floor. So you could make it your master in terms of like the design of the house. Like I think it would be weird to have a kid's bedroom down here with the rest of the bedrooms being upstairs, but in-law suite or guest bedroom, or theoretically master if you didn't mind your master being the smallest bedroom in the house. That's probably what I would go for with this. But yeah, getting a lot of decor on this desk here. I wish that we had more smaller slots on that desk just because I like making it look realistic and like kind of cluttered. I know my desk is covered in things like pens and books and notebooks where I write down all my ideas, and like I've got a few picture frames and things like that. So I like making that look a little bit more realistic. Oh, I hope I fixed that half wall on the stair banister. I think I do. But that looks really silly as it is. Oh, it's because I did that before I made the wall height taller. And so that's why like the stairs got longer. So yeah, that's just me like trying to just redo that room over and over until the game realizes that it is enclosed. So it does work, but that's just like a weird glitch that happens sometimes if you do kind of funky room shapes, or if you build the outside of your house and then kind of demolish those walls, sometimes that kind of thing will happen. So yeah, we do only have the 2 bedrooms, but they are both pretty large. So you could, I guess, make them into more bedrooms. It's a funky room shape, so good luck figuring out that floor plan. I did not make it easy for you, but there is enough space that you could probably just rejigger things into making it more than 2 bedrooms on the second floor. Oh, good, I did fix that. I was worried that I had left it like that. I didn't think so, but that would have made me so angry if I just left like a random part of the stair banister sticking up instead of that whole half wall. We get a nice little sitting nook in the master bedroom over here. I was trying to get this base seat in here, but it doesn't work very well if your diagonal piece is like if you switch where the orientation is in terms of having the back of it be on the diagonal as opposed to that part being straight and just the sides on the diagonal, it like doesn't work correctly, which I don't really understand. It's something about like the stretching of the walls and how it makes things fit when you put it on a diagonal messes it up, which is unfortunate because I really like those pieces, and I'm so glad that we got those base seats in the game, but it would have been nice to be able to use them in like that, because it's like, it's the right shape. I don't get it. It doesn't really, I don't know. It makes sense, but it's annoying. So yeah, I try to include a lot of storage in this build. Obviously, I am using only cats and dogs, so I don't have actual closets like the walk-in wardrobes that we got with Get Together. So I'm trying to include a lot of dressers and other things like that for like linens or things to make it seem a little bit more realistic, because obviously storage is such a big deal in real homes. I know that's something I struggle with every single day in my house because I don't have a linen closet or anything like that. Like my house was built in 1890, so obviously the original closets from the house are itty bitty, like so itty bitty. My master closet's a bit bigger, but there's pretty much no other closet space in the house, which is unfortunate, but I have a ginormous basement that I can put all my stuff I don't use frequently down there. It's just harder for things like linens or like a coat closet that I don't have a ton of space for. So yeah, we're working on the kids' bedroom here. I do set it up, like I said, I figured it would be a kid and a toddler, but as you can see, there's plenty of space to change out that toddler bed to a child's bed, a longer bed, if you do end up having two kids or like a kid and a teen in here, or as they grow up. I don't know. I wish I could have fit two kids' bedrooms on the second floor here, but I wanted to play with the roof line, so I made the house a really funky shape, which makes it so hard to do that. So it's certainly possible. Like they are big rooms that you could change it if you wanted to, but I wish you the best of luck if you want to do that. But like I said, you could change that nook playroom on the first floor to an office and take the office over for another bedroom if you wanted to, because as you can see, there's tons of toys up here. There's certainly nothing lacking in terms of things for the kids to play with, so that's absolutely an option. I'm so excited that we can size things down, because I love those stuffed animal guys, but they're so big as they default to. I don't know if they can play with them still when they're sized down. Let me know if you guys have done that. I haven't actually played this game a ton lately, so I haven't tested that out, but I've been getting really into Cities Skylines, which is, if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically you make a city and like manage the traffic and the zoning and all that stuff. I don't know. It's like very management oriented, which is kind of probably doesn't sound fun to a lot of you guys, but that's kind of the game I like. Like I like strategy management type games. I'm such a nerd. I am such a business nerd. Like that's what I went to school for, but I like that kind of thing where you're kind of managing the resources and it's a lot more strategic as opposed to like fast twitch things. Like I don't really like real time, like first person shooters are not my cup of tea. It's too fast reflexes and like I'm just not coordinated enough to do that, and it just stresses me out so much. So if you guys are also into that type of game, you should check out Cities Skylines. It's not a new game, it's old, but it's really fun and I like it a lot, and that's kind of what I've been playing for the past couple weeks, which is why I keep getting distracted and not building videos, because I'm such a noob at it and like don't know what I'm doing, and I'm $50,000 in debt right now in the game that I'm playing, but I'm learning. I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out. It's confusing. It's a lot of just managing traffic flow, which is stupid and like doesn't sound fun, but it is. I find it fun. Anyway, this is the kids' bathroom. It's pretty simple, but it does have I think I put in a couple more fun things. Yeah, like this rug and stuff that's a little bit more kid oriented. There is not a bathroom on the first floor, so this would be the bathroom that your guests would probably be using. So I didn't make it too over the top and too cluttered and messy, because I mean, in reality it probably would be, but since your guests are using it too, I didn't want to make it too dirty, cluttered, kid-like for your other guests. The master bathroom's a lot bigger, well, somewhat bigger, which is nice. Just getting some more decor in here, making it seem a little bit more realistic. Definitely struggling using only base game pets because there's not a ton of options, and I really like some of the other packs options. Like Definitely my aesthetic is more modern than this house, so only having these really old-fashioned things was a struggle. Oh yeah, and I was trying to figure out where to put that litter box because it didn't fit at all in the bathroom upstairs, even though that like made more sense to me to have it up there. I ended up putting it in the kitchen just because it's the only place that it really kind of fit. But yeah, so we're just about done on the inside. I think we actually are completely done on the inside. Just working on some landscaping here. We end up doing just a lot of gardening. We don't have a pool or anything like that, but we do have monkey bars in the back for the kids and a bunch of space for a dog, if you guys were to get a dog or a cat for that matter, to run around, to kind of play in the backyard. It's mostly just gardening. There's a lot of gardening type things in this house, which I like. I think it looks really fun, but I don't know. I would love to have that in real life if it were like Sims, at least Sims 4, and I didn't have to take care of it. But there's a lot of maintenance when you actually have a garden. My backyard is also complete brick because I live in the city, so I live in a townhouse. So I don't have any grass or actual space to plant a lot of flowers, which is a little sad, but I can always do just container planting and things like that, which I want to work on when it becomes warm again. I want to actually get more of a garden out there because yeah, I moved into my house in this past June, so I've been here for about a year and a half, but you know, when you're just moving and like we moved in the summer, so I didn't really have time for like spring planting. It's not really a high priority to plant things outside. It's more like, oh, I need, actual furniture for my house and things. So hopefully this next spring I get to do that a little bit more because I'd really like to, but just haven't had time for that lately. Yeah, I don't think that we add a grill in here either, actually, which in retrospect, I kind of wish I had, but you're right next to the kitchen, so if you wanted to eat outside, it'd be pretty easy. I think we mostly just add these chairs and then a little bench by the gate. Yeah, right there. So it's very much feels like a garden-y type of house. We put a little bit of those garden pots around. I think we put a couple on the front porch as well. But there's definitely enough space in this backyard that if you wanted to actually do some gardening, you have a space for that. There's tons and tons of space for your kids to run around or your pets to run around because I wanted to have like a good backyard, a good family-friendly, pet-friendly backyard. That was kind of my idea. So I think we're just about wrapping up pretty soon, just doing a lot of this landscape painting. Such a good thing to do if you want your house like more realistic. Like I can't say that enough. Just landscape painting, landscape painting, landscape painting. Just about wrapping up here. Let me know what you guys think of this house. It is available for download on the gallery at Emaphant or under #Emaphant. So if you'd like to download it, please feel free. It's been up for a couple weeks now, so you might have already seen it. It's possible. But let me know if you guys like this. Let me know also if you guys want to see more builds that are pets only or cats and dogs only. It was tricky for me because it's clearly like it's not my aesthetic and it's not really the style that I would typically design in or think about. But I know that pets is like the most popular pack right now because everyone's so excited to actually have pets in Sims 4. So if you guys do want to see more builds that are cats and dogs only, please let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, we're about to get into screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye!